How's it going, everyone? College Lefty, and in this video we have a brand new Chase Pack Set 3 coming to MLB The Show 22, as well as the final Home Run Derby contestant has been confirmed, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Now, we don't know if we are about to get the Set 3 Chase Pack today in the pack store. The tweet doesn't really mention it. It just says that Nolan Ryan is basically here, right? 99 overall no-hitter version of Nolan Ryan. It looks like this is September 26, 1981. From the Houston Astros. Definitely a solid card here. We had a no-hitting version of Nolan Ryan in last year's game, but I think this was, a different card, right? From a different year. This was with the Rangers, and he had 125 hits and K per 9. Pretty good control. Well, for Nolan Ryan, it's pretty good control, but it just depends on the range of his par for certain pitches, right? If his fastball par on his pinpoint meter is pretty small, then he will be effective. If it's large and you don't really know where you're going to throw that pitch, then he probably won't be as effective because you do need control in this game. But there is a stub sale going on in the PlayStation Store as well. We had the Xbox stub sale revealed yesterday, and I have put up 300 buy orders for Sandy Alcantara. I am expecting that he gets upgraded today to an 86, 87 overall diamond card. I think he gets a +2 or a +3, and we'll have to wait about an hour for that to happen. But Corey Seeger is going to be the 8th contestant in the Home Run Derby. We had a postseason Corey Seager card in last year's game from the 2020 postseason, and this card was really good. I wouldn't expect his Home Run Derby card to be this good or even anywhere close to it. But the face of the franchise, Corey Seager, is also still a really good card in my opinion. But I think the Home Run Derby version might have silver defense, same type of speed, and then I think they'll just boost up his hitting attributes to 100 across the board. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's kind of my prediction. But we'll have to wait and see. Are they going to reveal any All-Star cards before they release them? Are they going to reveal any Home Run Derby cards? And I don't mean from the 8 contestants in this Home Run Derby, right? They're going to wait till after that's finished and then determine, which players receive certain overalls, which players are going to be a part of the base round, potentially a middle round, and potentially a rare round. Right? We might see a couple reveals for some flashback Home Run Derby cards, some flashback All-Star cards. I'm excited, but I'm going to try and get into this event. I am using Aaron Ashby. I picked him up off the market for about $55,000, and then I actually sold him because he went way up. He went up to like $80,000. I think I sold him for like $78,000, and I made about $20K or $15K on that flip, and then I bought him back for about, I want to say it was like $55,000. So if you put the math together from the first sale, I made about 15 to 17, maybe 20K. And then I purchased the card for 55K, got him for right around 35 to 40,000 stubs. That's a pretty good investment. I mean, I think this card's worth it. His pitching repertoire is good, but his pitch motion is not really that deceptive. I don't know if he'll be that great on the harder difficulties in this game just because of that. Typically, when you're playing on the harder difficulties, you're also going up against a better opponent, and he might be a little bit easier to read if the person knows what they're doing. But with that being said, I am definitely a little bit rusty. I need to kind of practice a little bit more with the gameplay in general, just because I've taken a little bit of time off. Even in the last video that I included some gameplay, it was from a while ago. It was from different videos. It wasn't the most recent gameplay. So I have probably not played the game for probably 2 weeks now. Well, I shouldn't say that. I've played a game here and there, but ultimately I've kind of just been focused on making informational videos talking about some of this stuff that's coming out into MLB The Show, trying to help out as many people as I can. And I've also been really busy in my personal life, but you guys don't need to hear that necessarily. Here I'm messing up on the base paths, had an opportunity to take the lead, and then we actually lost this event game. The opponent walked us off here with Bryson Stott. Perfect hit. That was a great hit. Just had to throw a fastball eventually in that at-bat, and I probably picked the wrong situation to do it. But here in the next game, we're going up against some pretty good opponents in this event, too. I wanted to try to play as many good players as possible just because I'm trying to kind of get back into the swing of things. I want to go up against guys that know how to pitch, guys that are pitching well, and making it a little bit tougher on me. So that way I can get a little bit better at the game. I feel like I've gotten a little bit worse in the last week and a half or so. But that's part of the game, right? If you're not playing this game consistently, it's going to be tough to maintain and stay consistent with your timing. In a game like this where you have to kind of be precise with your left thumb movement and be precise when you're pressing the X button or the A button or whatever it is on the Switch. Maybe B, I don't know. But when you're pressing the swing button, you have to kind of maintain that consistency, and playing the game more often every single day is going to help you stay kind of consistent with that, if that makes sense. But anyway, Stan Musial is hitting a couple of home runs here in a row. I wanted to try this card out. It's my grandpa's favorite player growing up, and I've always liked Stan Musial in MLB The Show. This year, his stride animation has kind of thrown me off a little bit in the few at-bats that I've had with him. Sometimes it seems like he doesn't even get his front foot down until you have to swing, and that can tend to throw me off a little bit. That also happens every once in a while with Mickey Mantle. Stan Musial, Mickey Mantle, they have a very similar type of swing when, of course, Mickey Mantle is batting from the left side. But with that said, here we're in another game here. This opponent had a really good record. It's like 140, 150, and like 40-something. So he had a lot of games played. He has no money spent in his team name. So with that said, he's probably been grinding. He's been earning a lot of stubs. Maybe he's been watching some of the videos. I don't know. Trying to build that stub count up. But with that said, we hit a home run with Ketel Marte. I think that Ketel Marte card is honestly one of the best cards, if not the best lower rated diamond card in the game. He just plays so much better than a 93. And I have him paralleled up to a 96, but that card might as well be a 99. I can't wait for a better version of Ketel Marte later on, if we get one. If we don't, I still feel like that 93 version of Ketel Marte is potentially an endgame card with those contact attributes. That card would be a much higher overall if he was at any other position other than center field. If they put him in one of the corner outfield positions, he'd be a much better overall card. Probably 95, 96, but I don't know how that necessarily works. But with that said, I have used Mike Napoli a little bit. This card plays really well. I think this card's going to be really good. I put it out on Twitter yesterday. I think it's going to be a really good investment as well later on in this Battle Royale program. Keep that in mind, right? I don't know how low his card will drop down to. Maybe around 40K, but maybe it won't drop that low because his card is so good. I think that really is a version of an endgame catcher. It depends on what your definition of endgame is. I think you could plug that Mike Napoli card into your lineup right now and use him for the rest of the game cycle. He might not be the best catcher at his position throughout the game cycle. I think the best version of Jamie Foxx will be the best catcher. But other than that, he will be right up there for a really long time. So I purchased him for $100,000. I want to start earning some parallel XP. But I'm excited for that set 3 chase pack. I'm going to get that Nolan Ryan card. As you can see, I have 1 million stubs. I still have about 40 to 50 Home Run Derby X players. With that stub sale, those cards are probably going to go up a little bit. I'm just excited. I feel like I'm in a pretty good position to make a lot of stubs, to get all these cards that are coming out. And hopefully you are as well. But until next time, I'm College Lefty. Hopefully I was able to help you out in some way. Try to include a little bit more gameplay in this video. And until next time, peace out.